Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to How Do You Not Know This, the podcast about those subjects which everybody knows about, and sometimes you're sat with people at a party and you're like, I have no idea what these people are talking about. Exhibit A, we've got Dom Haddon Woods.
You alright, everyone?
Young comedian who very often I have found knows very little. We've got Tony Vito.
Yo.
Me, Daliso Chaponda. And we try, in lieu of British education, to educate young Dom Haddon Woods on some gaps in his knowledge.
When am I going to stop being considered as young, do you reckon?
So, well,
I'm 26 now.
You're still young.
Am I?
Like maybe mid-30s.
Also, it's not just
also
age,
relativity.
is it?
It's also relativity. It's because you're hanging out with us. When I do the cruise ships, I'm young. The average age on the cruise ships is like 50. All these old 56-year-olds saying, "Hello, young man." I'm like, I'm
Really?
young man again. Yeah.
But I still feel like I'm 21.
That's the thing. You've got a youthful
But also, you
veneer.
seem younger than you are.
Why?
Yeah, because you don't know stuff. That's the whole idea of this podcast.
Yeah.
Once by the time, you know what I mean. But also, it's your job, comedy. You know, your
priorities in life,
yeah.
getting laid.
You're not at the stage
And
of.
that's it. I was waiting for a second one. Because you ain't getting laid and then you...
I mean, you confused him with a plurality of term there.
Plurality of terms.
Your priorities in life.
Well, he also wants to be
getting
a
laid.
great comedian to get laid.
Oh, God. Yeah, I think my life's not like... I don't do much boring stuff. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah. Also, your hobbies are young hobbies, like MMA. There's no 50-year-old MMA hobby people.
Golf is quite an old hobby, I would say.
Golf, golf. Yeah. That's...
But do a lot of gym stuff.
You've also, but to be fair, you have also quite an inquisitive, youthful outlook, don't you?
Do you know what?
You're interested.
Actually,
But also,
stuff.
why are you complaining about this? Everybody wants to be thought.
No, I was just
youthful.
thinking about it last night because I'm watching the Peep Show again. And they're obviously older, talking about being older.
You were at a peep show?
No. There's if you don't watch the Peep Show, the TV show,
No.
mate,
What?
fucking hell,
It was on.
it's
about 20
brilliant.
yes.
Robert Webb, David Mitchell,
Oh, okay. It's comedy. I don't watch comedy.
it's fantastic.
Oh.
Do you not think?
It's very good.
It's
Yeah,
amazing.
it's
It's
very
so funny.
Yeah.
Please watch it.
No, I don't watch comedy.
You
It
do-
influences-
Come on, just once.
No, we can't watch comedy.
Why not?
It dilutes.
But it's a
your own
sitcom.
comedy.
It's amazing. You'll love it.
It messes-
Really? Do you
Yes,
think
you
like
get
watching
ideas. No.
comedy dilutes your own comedy?
You have only two options. Either you watch 100 things, so no one thing influences you, or you
No,
watch.
I think
none.
when you're upset, when you're in a
Wow.
good mood, when you're around funny stuff, it makes me feel I want to be funnier.
then your comedy becomes derivative.
That's fine.
Oh, crikey, what a purist. Yeah, I like that. Because sometimes, have you ever had it on a day when you feel a bit flat? And sometimes I'll stick on something like Mitch Hedberg or someone
No.
like that just to listen,
I'll
just to
watch-
get me kind of.
I'll watch a
get your
horror or
juices.
something like that.
What the fuck?
No, I'm saying I watch other genres because my
Really?
life is comedy.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh,
I think
that's
you should watch
interesting.
We should do a watch party one night. One episode of choice from each of us. So you stick that gay thing you wanted to put on.
Downton Abbey.
That one, yeah. You put whatever you want to put on, and I'll pick something. We should do that one night.
You really should be a reviewer.
Yeah.
Me?
2 stars. That
Gay.
It was gay. Oh, you've really hit the.
I
the
think you've been misled
meta-narrative
by
of
the
this.
word downtown. Downton. Nobody's going down on anyone.
It
anyway.
sounds Abby.
And yeah.
Gay.
Down. If you're going down on Abby, that's straight.
Yeah.
Because Abby's a woman's name.
But what you were saying, the curious thing. I been speaking to my friend quite a lot, Ben, who's a monk, and he reckons I've got monkly traits.
Come on.
You are not.
No, he
monkey.
thinks.
You're not in the habit
could-
of anything.
You could not give up anything.
Yeah.
He was saying I'm quite a curious
You are
person.
curious.
Around things I like. So like I do a lot of physical activity.
So
I
is
enjoy.
that monkly?
Monks, are they just curious people?
Also, I think we made this word up. Monkly.
Yeah, we have, but it's a nice word.
Monastic.
Let's roll
is it
with it.
monastic?
Who cares? I think he's a very curious person, and he found it difficult because he was so curious about life to then pick anything he wanted to do.
What kind of monk is he? Buddhist monk.
Living in New Zealand currently.
But you're being curious. I'm not sure that's the thing. Isn't it more about wanting to have a devout
Well,
kind
he
of
said
feeling
he-
a calling
he
to
said
help
that-
people. And
yeah.
He thinks one day I'll. He said he thinks one day I'll become a monk because he said one day he thinks I'll get to where I want to get to in comedy, whether that's whatever it is.
But
he used the example.
you are
He
never
said
giving up the pussy.
he said you'll walk off stage at an arena and you'll go, I didn't even enjoy that. What's
So
the
there you
point?
go.
And I'll become a monk.
But does he realize you are never giving up the pussy?
Maybe I'll get too much of it.
This doesn't exist.
If I exist.
Talk to Diddy. There's no
Because at the
too
minute,
much.
at the minute, I'm getting from my social media, I'm getting messages off women, and
Yeah.
it is mental.
Oh no, but that's online.
As in the messages
but
are
like
mental.
in person, it's always great.
It's just like a crazy thing to
It
have
becomes like a job, right? Messaging all these people, trying to make it all these. No. But if it's just people in person, it's great.
I'm finding it hard to because they messaged me, obviously wanting to talk to me,
Yeah.
but I just want them to come to my tour, and it's weird because I'm like, do you want to come to the tour? And they're like, one of them was like, is it a date or? And I was like, no. Going to be doing the show, it's not a
But
date.
you can bring a friend like 10 if you want. Or 10, do whatever. Yeah. Yeah.
But that's a weird. Is it a date? No, you're coming. You're buying a ticket. It's not a date, is it?
You can't use flirty people to get. Well, I mean, I will say Phil Ellis used to do that.
What?
And there was a time we were at the Glee Club, and he was backstage panicking, and I was, "What's wrong?" He's like, "I matched with 2 different women, invited them both to the show. They're both coming."
Nine.
He didn't think
It's-
they would
that
both agree to come.
That is the basis of a sitcom. You know, he's out one door. Hi, how
Yeah.
you doing? No,
Yeah.
no.
I think I might be the next Matt Rife.
That is not a good ambition.
As in, women are just gonna. Yeah, not the comedy.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
he's the guy that does like it's in improv, crowd work, and but the
But
women love
loads
him.
of women love him. So I think
Okay.
that's me now.
Yeah.
Sorry, mate.
I love that.
Step aside.
Step aside, man. Women all love me now.
I've sold 60 tickets.
But
You've sold
I gigged with
20.
Joel Dommett. I gigged with Joel Dommett, and it's absurd.
Well, he's a good-looking, funny man.
It was a legitimate. It was at Latitude. It was like he's a comedian, but it was like gigging with a rock star.
I think it was the American comedian Dane Cook, who started that. He was like that crossover between. He just made comedy cool. Women loved him.
I mean,
it was
Rockstar. Like the first comedy rock star was Eddie Murphy.
Yeah. Oh my
With
goodness.
fucking leather.
Oh man, the red leather.
Could you walk on in leather?
Wow. So it was so Joel Dommett. It was like.
The ladies were screaming and stuff.
Wow.
Right.
But let's get to it.
What's on the agenda?
So, last time we sat with your dad. So I think it's appropriate that this episode is about therapy.
Well, you're gonna teach me about therapy.
Well, we're going to ask you, and we're all going to discuss about therapy, right? And well, first of all, have you ever been in therapy?
Yeah.
You've been in therapy.
Whoa.
I've been in therapy.
Look at that.
Look
there
at
we
that.
go.
I got one time. This is too much. I had ages ago. I had a session with a sex therapist.
A sex therapist.
Now you're Russell Brand. You're all over the map. This
Well,
is
'cause
wait. Why did you go to a sex therapist?
Because I have this issue during sex that I struggle to ejaculate.
That's
During-
good.
It's not though. It's irritating.
Retard.
Okay.
I've heard of
It's
this.
called retard. This is what she told me,
Yeah.
So I told her this, and she went, "That's called retarded ejaculation." I thought, Christ, at least even my sperm's struggling.
Yeah. Also,
just
like,
me, even my sperm's
like,
got
can't you
autism.
just say it's slow?
Yeah.
Can't you say I've
Yeah,
got
I know.
special needs
Yeah.
penis? Do you have to use the hours?
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
Huh?
It could
Huh?
yeah. It's a bit loaded, isn't it? Yeah.
It's a slow learner.
But then, yeah.
And then she said to me, "Do you currently have a girlfriend or regular sexual partner?" And I said, "No, I was living in Somerset, so no really women there." And and then I said no, and she goes, "Well, to work on this, you do need someone to work on it with." And I said, right.
Did she offer herself?
Well, she then said, there is something called a surrogate, which is a sex therapist that will have sex with you. I said, do you offer that service? And then she
Hold on.
didn't
Was
take
she
that
fit?
well.
Was she fit?
No, she was about 75.
And you still had said, do you?
I thought it was funny.
That is pretty funny. That is pretty funny.
And then she
had
hung
to
up.
be there,
She hung
literally.
up and I had to transfer 75 quid.
No.
Yeah.
She hung up.
Didn't hang up, but she was like, no. She didn't really want to help me after that.
Right.
But she brought it up.
She brought it up.
Yeah.
That's a great
75
therapy.
quid.
For an hour. A resentful hour.
£1 for every year of her life.
Yeah.
that she.
Also, 75 quid an hour, you could probably have found a prostitute.
I could have done.
She would have solved it.
Well, maybe not. Anyway, so I had that, and then when I moved to Manchester...
Who's going to know more about stopping your retarded ejaculation? A 75-year-old therapist?
Or a 75-year-old prostitute.
Clear.
She's... Might be our last one.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Crikey.
so I had that, and then I moved to Manchester, broke up with my ex-girlfriend, which you two were around for.
Yes.
Didn't enjoy that, so I got therapy, but...
Did you carry on the therapy on that subject
With that lady.
or anyone?
On sex therapy?
Yeah.
No, I've never had it since.
No.
Although the other day I had a girl the other week, and so basically what happens is that we have sex, they ejaculate because I'm really
you don't.
because I'm really good at it, and then and then they just lie there or kiss me and whatever, and I masturbate. I masturbate
Yeah.
because I know what I'm doing, and yeah. And then afterwards she was like, "Why can't you do that during?" And I said, "Oh, I don't know." She was like, "I reckon you watch too much porn." And I'm like, maybe. She goes, "How much porn do you watch?" And she just asked me she was like interviewing me on why. And I was like, hang on a minute, can I at least put some clothes on
Well,
first before we fucking do this?
She was like, I got this call from this 75-year-old sex therapist a few years ago. She actually referred me on to you.
But also, we are in the week where they're making it harder for the accessing of porn.
I've written a joke about that. Did it last night. 2 other comics did it.
Of course.
I was not. Mine was best, I reckon.
As long as yours
What's
is
the
best.
joke? Go on, what's the joke? And
Well, I say so. One of the
what's the story? Let's give the context of the story.
Okay,
Then-
context is there's now an online safety act. If you're trying to log on to a site which has porn on
Yeah.
it, what you have to now do is upload your ID and prove your age.
or take a
Great.
picture of your face. That's
We'll
my
take
angle.
a picture of face.
So my angle is the last thing I want to do if I'm about to masturbate is see a picture of my own face,
Could you get a before and after
and
shot?
then I say that'll give me a direction, which I think is good.
Do you know
Not bad.
my angle?
Pardon?
Do you know my angle?
Yeah, go on.
So they're trying to stop people being like having too much porn, right?
Is this not just stopping underage
No, it's
porn?
to stop kids are
Yeah.
exposed
Kids
to too much porn,
totally, yeah.
violent porn, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it doesn't work because people just get VPNs. People always find the way. So I think they're doing it the wrong way. They shouldn't have tried to block it. They should have tried to make porn more positive, right? More positive, because that's the problem, right? So what you should have is if you have 2 people rimming each other, they then cuddle and say they love each other, right? And if you have like a video
Yeah.
of someone choking a woman, then he's like, now I'll go do the dishes like you asked me to. And you turn it positive.
I also think the issue is that they're making it harder for people to watch porn. And a big part, I did listen to this podcast with this woman
Yeah.
on, she says a lot of porn is not, it's not good for the women or anyone.
Yeah.
So there's some mad shit on there. And if someone's willing to do admin to watch porn, they're watching some mad shit, aren't they? They're not watching normal porn. If they're going to enter card details to...
Well, they just want porn.
Yeah. They will, but then it's more than
Do you ever watch porn?
no, I don't watch any porn. It basically gets rid of this sort of lazy porn user. You know, someone that's not willing to do a little bit of,
Yeah.
No, but
admin. I think that makes sense.
But
Right, okay.
but since
Because who doesn't want to do admin? Anyone under 15.
no, but the date after
Or over 80.
the date
Right, already, yeah. It's that window between 60 and 70, yeah.
the day after they introduced this, VPN usage in the UK went up 14 times.
Of course. So
And that was just
but
you.
that's a different kind of admin, isn't it? Because then you're basically blocking anyone
That's
over 50 doing it because they can't work out VPNs.
Well, this is the funny thing is like they'll have to ask their kid to help install it. So the kids who are meant to be being protected are the ones who are
crikey,
best
they're
at getting
finding a
around
thing.
it. So
Yeah.
it's just Nana can't log into her OnlyFans.
Shucks. Yeah.
But yeah, so this girl
She literally interviewed
me, and I was like, I don't want to talk about. And she was like, no, I think we should talk about it. And she reckons I watch too much porn. And maybe she's right.
How often do you watch porn?
Oh, recently, not a lot, but I do masturbate probably on a daily basis. And I think that does...
You're young.
Because then you're thinking about... Because you really have to lock in. And then during sex, you should really just let it go, I think.
There's a lot of shit going on. When you were in a relationship, did
Still
you...
no.
Oh, really?
Still would do the same thing,
Yeah.
Anyway.
Because I had a friend that had this problem.
But do you
right? And this
feel
isn't
you
one of
need
those, like, I had a friend and it's actually... I genuinely had a friend. And it was the whole thing about, like, the it's connected with blocked emotions. You know, the inability...
That's why I asked, because not in a relationship, I don't. In a relationship, after a while, once I trust the person, I do.
Okay, there you go. Because there's a lot of like vulnerability in the, you know, letting yourself go with someone. So it's kind of like, if you, well, who knows what you probably. This is why you might need counselling or therapy to kind of get to what's the underneath it. You know, that thing of maybe not feeling safe as a kid or something like that.
But do you need to? In that, do you enjoy sex when you don't?
I'd like to.
You'd like to, but do you still enjoy sex when you did it?
Goes on a bit long for me, I think.
That's better for her.
No, but it's not though, because then they finish and they're like, I want to just lie down now.
Finish that and lie down?
I need to go to work, mate.
Bit of 4 hours.
Just
Dogs
let
in
her lie
the
down
car.
then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
So
and then
you had sex therapy.
I had a sex therapist, and then after my breakup, I got therapy, but I got council-funded therapy, so it only cost me £10. And what I learned about getting...
But it was a bin man.
Well,
like,
what I learned about getting council-funded £10 therapy is you get what you pay for in life.
Oh, really? Go on, how bad was it?
It wasn't bad. It was a very attractive woman, and that put me off.
I thought that solved the problem.
No, because she'd be like, I'd be like, I wouldn't tell her my...
Oh, you wouldn't tell her.
And I'd be like, so what? At one point, she was like, maybe you should be in an open relationship. And I went, are you in an open relationship? And she went, I'm not discussing this with you. And I went, fair enough.
You thought it was an invite.
Yeah. Well, there is a sofa.
I did it. Therapy. Have you done therapy?
See, I've never done that. I've got a lot of friends that have done therapy. No, I've not. Once. Oh, there we go. Actually, talk about funded counselling, right? I had a friend, because you know you've got the differences. You've got like a psychiatrist is on the sort of doctor level.
They're the ones who give medicine.
They give medicine, and they're like, you know, you might have bipolar or you might have but then you've got therapy or psychotherapy, but then you've got counselling. There's less training with just becoming a counsellor, right? And I had a friend that went through a counselling course. And he's a lovely guy, and been mates for some time. Anyway, and he goes, look, part of the course is that I need to do a certain number of hours, like 80 hours or 100 hours of counselling to become qualified as a counsellor. And he goes do you mind? I know you don't. Do you have it? I said, I don't really want to do cat. Not really. But he goes, you can have it cheap. I went, go on then. So he gave it me something like, I don't even know what it was. It would normally maybe sell 40, maybe like £10-15 an hour. And I was like, fine. And so we'd meet once a week on a Monday morning over Zoom. Generally, I just found it quite dull.
Well, I
really.
mean, the thing is, you've got to bring issues, and if you don't have any issues,
yeah, because his was the whole thing. Also, because I think it seems to be that the major difference between counsellors and therapists seem to like offer an opinion a bit more. They used to go like, okay, let's like try this, do that. The whole counselling thing was all about just like listening, feeding back what you said so that you can reflect on it. And I was like, I was just bored. I was honestly bored. And I found it a bit.
There are like 4 major schools of psychology, and they're very different ways of going about it. So one of them is where they just kind of work with you on your goals and your restrictions, and you just kind of talk
Yeah.
right? The talking healing was
Talking
was,
therapy,
was
yeah.
what.
Yeah.
What's really cool, if you look at the history of psychology and psychiatry, is that for a long time talking wasn't part of it, right? There was phrenology, where they would
you just feel your
diagnose you
head,
from
yeah.
the bumps on your head, and if you had certain bumps on your head, they'd say, "Oh, you're a psychopath." Right? I think it's funny, but the 1900s,
Yeah.
so no, 1800s, so 19th century, Freud and people like that. He was the first one. They came up with this, making you better via talking.
Yeah.
Right, and that was what's become now. But even then, there are many ways to go about it. One of them is regressing you, talking about your past, talking about your childhood, and trying to use that
Yeah.
to figure out what's wrong with you now.
Yeah.
Right. There's a holistic one. There's anyway, there are many different
There's
ones.
trauma-based one where you go through the
Yeah.
into the thing, but that seems to be, we seem to have moved beyond that, isn't it? Because now we're saying, well, actually, that can that can re-traumatize people. I've got a friend who's
a lot of friends, man.
He's a psychotherapist. Thanks, mate. And he does EMDR. Right? Have you heard of this?
This is
It's called eye decentralization measure, and they don't talk about this stuff. You might say whatever's causing you an issue, and then it's the stuff that triggers you. You know, if you get triggered by a smell, a thing, or something going on, he says whatever it is, whatever's happened, you just use eye movement, and then so you take it from your sort of triggered brain into your. And it sounds mad, but he says there's loads of peer review, like evidence-based stuff that it works for. So it's massive in the NHS now. So they just do that.
Yeah.
Like, okay, move your eyes that way, and then let it go.
it's
And he
like
says it does it all day.
It's programming.
Just
and
programs your brain.
reaction.
Sounds amazing.
They use it also to help people recover from injuries.
Yeah. So I've never done therapy. I've done counselling for about 3 months or something like that. I stuck with it, but I was just bored. I didn't really have a lot to
Well, you
say.
see,
Have you done it?
I'm very aware that I need therapy.
Oh,
Okay,
fantastic!
I've got some serious issues.
Why did you say fantastic?
This is great. We could do it.
No,
Me and you.
no.
If you want it
But I'll tell you why I don't. Okay.
Why?
My pain makes me funny.
Oh man!
Right?
No,
You say
come
this
on,
up to
man.
your
No,
critic.
this is
I had a
no.
conversation with Frank Skinner about this because we both agree. We've both got some serious issues,
Nice.
but we transform it into
comedy, right?
Every
Yeah.
show I've done is transforming the pain
Yeah.
into laughter.
But the pain's not going to go. How good do you think these therapists are? The pain's not going to go.
But it's a waste of the pain.
I like that. You got too much faith in the
No,
whole
no.
Yeah.
therapy. Another reason why you shouldn't do it.
No.
I've got a great one to go
If I
to.
become healthy, I'll be less funny. Right?
No, I don't-
all
I-
of the greats.
Yeah.
Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Right?
They were all troubled
Richard
souls.
Pryor.
Yeah.
They're great because they're fucked up.
You don't agree with this, do you?
I can see what he's saying. Where he's
But I think you
tapping
could still
into-
be just as funny and live a happier life.
No.
But is it?
I'd be less funny.
No,
I'd be less funny.
not interested.
I'd be less funny. Give me the choice of being... Actually, wait. I'm stealing Frank Skinner's line. But what he said, and I think he's right, he said, give me the choice of happy and functional or funny. I choose funny. I agree.
No, I think you can still be functional and funny.
You'll just be less funny. You'll be okay.
You won't be less funny.
You'll be okay.
And you could be what if you're a little bit less funny? That's okay.
Fuck that.
You're funny, man.
No,
You'll be
but I'll be
fine.
less funny.
Yeah. Part of comedy though is
The funnier I am are the years where I'm struggling with most.
And what if you then did it?
So when my dad was arrested,
Yeah.
and I was really stressed that year and really depressed, hilarious show. Okay, COVID, alone and despairing, hilarious show. The next year, life was pretty good. Okay, show. This year, my ex trying to blackmail me. Someone's got cancer, depressing stuff. The show's gonna be
But this
fire.
therapist
The
isn't-
show's gonna be brilliant.
You know, this therapist can't stop your ex from getting cancer.
No,
the
but-
issues are
but-
still
but
going to
I
happen.
process it because I process via humor. The audience are
So
my
you'll
therapist.
still do that. It's not going to reprogram your
But
mind
then
completely.
I see that, you know what, everyone's got issues. Like I have issues in life, but I would say
I'd say you're a very-
processing with a therapist. It's not something I want to do.
The thing is,
It's
I'd
not
say
the only way
I
to do
would
it.
process through. I've got friends. I pray. I think things
You
through.
crawl through the woods.
I go, yeah, all that, yeah. I do sort of my own thing, right? So therapy's like it's become this. Obviously,
It's one
it's
method.
big. It was massive in America. Now it's come big over here, and everyone's like, oh, you need to get a therapist and all that. But there was such a thing as just having friends.
But I don't think
you
you're a
can chat
normal
to.
person. I think you're a very no, in a good way. I
He's
think
very
you're
normal.
No, I think you're.
I think the most normal person you're ever likely to.
No,
maybe you're
I've said
hanging
this
around
to you
with-
before. I think in terms of presence and I think you're quite more advanced than most people.
Presence.
You're a very present
You're in the
human.
moment with people.
Well, that-
And if something
I'm-
bad happens, like that thing that happened, the cruise thing, you went, yeah, it's alright. Most people would be still fucked off about that by now.
Yeah.
You're stressed. You're not
You process.
a normal,
So you find, I suppose,
and you're a very happy human.
I'm very happy, but I genuinely say that's because you find your own way. You find, like, through prayer, through chatting to people, all that. So but also I'm a bit tight. I don't want to spend £75 on talking to someone who's got a qualification. So what Lisa's saying, I think, is interesting. This idea that if you talk to a therapist, then that's a one-way process. But comedy, you
Art.
find your way.
You don't have
Art
that
finds
much
your
bad
way.
Art
Of,
is
shit.
for
You don't have
processing.
that much bad stuff. Say, for example,
He's
your-
got some bad shit which has happened.
the cruise.
He's just processed it. No, like just in life. We've talked.
yeah, there's a lot of
Just
things that have gone
because
on.
he's healthy and functional now does not mean there wasn't some bad shit.
Yeah.
Everyone's got scars and stuff.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
there's
some
things-
people
It's
process
unavoidable.
it
Life's tough, isn't it?
It is
Yeah.
tough.
You
Life
you're
is
like,
tough.
things happen that you don't want. You get.
better. There's heartbreak. There's death of people you care about. We've all got
Yeah.
these things,
But
but you process them. I use them to make money.
that's nice, man. Yeah, you don't want it. Honestly, Daliso, a therapized Daliso.
But I think most of my stuff comes from sadness. When I process it properly, I then can make it funnier. I struggle to make it funny when I'm sad about it.
Yeah, but that's your
That's me,
version.
yeah.
That's your
Okay.
kind of humor. My
So
kind
you-
of humor is about the pain, right? And so I need to feel it. And if I'm really
Oh,
feeling
yeah.
it works even better because the audience senses the truth. If I've processed it, like I'll give you an example. I did a tour called Love Sucks, which was about being lonely, being heartbroken, and for half the tour it was smashing it. Middle of the tour, I met a woman. I was now happy. The rest of the tour, the jokes stopped working.
Oh my
because
gosh, you can feel
they
it.
weren't as genuine because my pain wasn't on stage because I was now happy.
Oh, that's interesting. And maybe if I went through loads of therapy, I might become really sad. And I think part of my superpower is that, like, I'm most of the time very happy.
Yeah.
Like, so my act is very happy. Like, because I'm
I'm
like,
happy
you're
because
having,
of the comedy.
yeah.
So it's that alchemy. I'm depressed. I put it into comedy. I come out happy. Where's the therapist necessary?
I reckon we should get a therapist on the show.
Let's do it.
The
Like,
fit one.
We'll
Are
have
you
to
still
split
in touch?
£75 an hour.
Are you still in touch with the fit one?
I have an email.
and that's the cheap one as well.
That's the cheap
Yeah.
Now, I'm happy to-
£2.50 each.
Well, no,
correct.
I will say it's interesting.
Give her a
My ex Laura is
Yeah.
a drama therapist. So there are many different kinds of drama. So what she does is she helps people like kids who can't understand their trauma by doing play acting and stuff like kids of divorce. And so she'll do therapy via theater stuff. It's really interesting. But so there are many different
For example, the acting teacher I go to, he is called Mindful Acting. Very good. And he focuses a lot on presence and stuff. And he gives me a lot of... At the start of a session, I'll go, oh, what about this and this? And he'll give me a lot of good advice. Which is kind of therapy, but in his own way. And he's not a therapist. So I find that very useful.
Yeah, I think this is it because we professionalise a lot of things, but sometimes people, there's such things like as wisdom. Someone's got a way of helping you and helping you to sort of live better, but we now sort of pay people to do it.
I mean, I had a conversation with a taxi driver.
Yeah.
I was telling him my problems. He was giving me advice, and I was like, "This guy's a genius. This guy's great."
Exactly. Whereas, the therapist who's doing like 7 hours of therapy a day, and they're like, "Oh, here we go again." Like,
Also, if I pay you 75 quid, I better be in tears by the end.
They're coming up with stuff like, yeah, this is worse than you think, mate. Yeah, just to prove their worth. No, man. I'm not doing down all therapy. It's needed for trauma and getting through stuff, but
it's very much a younger person's thing, I reckon.
No, I mean, look, there are people who've been.
If you tell my dad to get therapy, fuck you know.
But that's also culture.
That's not going well, is it?
No, but that's also culture and income. I know people who are in their 70s and they've been doing therapy for like 20 years. So it's a culture, income, what's open to you. As like place like New York, like everyone's in therapy.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
It's just a cultural thing.
America, it's huge. It's growing over here.
But I think it's great for those who need it, right? But same way I feel like not everyone needs to be religious, right? But if it's what works for you, it's what gives you happiness, which gives you direction.
Yeah,
good for you, right?
There's also,
but we all need something, and some people have nothing, and they're the ones where I'm like, going to therapy or join the church or do something. You need a purpose.
Well, one of the things is
not even a purpose, a place where you take your pain.
They say the biggest mental health challenge, certainly in the UK, is loneliness. Isolation. You know, so sometimes it can be a placebo effect, as in it's just someone's listening to you. You know, like if you feel like nobody's listened to you, and then you have someone who's just
there's
repeating
a
back what you've done.
Of therapy. There's a danger of therapy. I can't say who it is. Oh shit! If I bring it up, if you figure out who I'm talking,
we can swerve it if you want.
Okay,
you want to swerve it or
no?
Let's do it.
So essentially, let me put it this way: the danger of therapy is some people go into therapy and then become obsessed with their problems, right? Because they're talking about their problems all the time, and you're just like, think about something else.
Yeah,
ignore it. Just bite it, bottle it down like all the rest of us do. Don't just like wallow in the fact that, oh my God, my parents didn't love me, and oh my God, this terrible thing happened to me when I was 13. It can be done wrong and make people hyper-focused on their depression, which makes them more depressed.
Yeah, because you're more than just what's happened to you in those, in the tough times and the difficult times. But there is something as well about the most difficult things you go through are sometimes the most interesting things about you.
Yes.
So if you do it in that way, that's good. But if you're saying that this defines me and I can't, then that's a problem. There's a thing like group therapy is an interesting one. Like, so my wife Claire, she's been on part of a thing called More to Life. Now that's interesting because you don't sort of do, so you don't have therapy, but it's like peer therapy, and they have these processes. They're quite good. So you go.
I love the idea of group therapy, actually.
Yeah, that's quite good. And
I'm not an alcoholic, but I sometimes think I should just pretend I am. It seems like a very supportive group.
Totally. And you don't have one expert. You can all heal each other.
Did you go to?
Well, maybe I should start going again. I went to Al-Anon.
Al-Anon.
Do you know what that is?
Alcoholics Anonymous, is it?
No,
it's people with family,
with friends
right?
or relatives that are alcoholics.
Oh my goodness, no, I didn't know about that.
That's good. So I went there for a while. But it was on Fridays and then I started working. But I'm not working now, maybe I should go back.
I think those groups are great. I think those groups, because again, it's like you're helping each other, you're sharing, and you're feeling not alone. I actually find those, I mean, also it doesn't cost 75 quid, but I find those are amazing.
Yeah. And
it is good.
You've got something in common with people as well, haven't you? Like, I've got a friend who goes to Narcotics Anonymous. Not narcotics, sorry, Narcissist Anonymous, as in like someone...
What? He admits he's a narcissist?
Is that a thing?
Yeah, so it's not that they're...
Narcissist
it's not, no, you wouldn't put a load of...
When they never go around the circle because the first person to speak doesn't stop talking.
Suppose it's your night,
it's
is
my
it?
night.
No, so it's not it's not for the actual
narcissist.
They're
making a group for everything now, aren't they?
That have been in relationships.
Oh, you've been in a relationship
so it's
with
not
a
for the actual... The
narcissist.
narcissists don't get invited. Yeah.
Got you.
That might be a good place to pick up single women.
Also, if you tell the narcissist, I'm going to a group
what
to
if your
talk about
ex-girlfriend's there?
Anyway, so if you tell the narcissist, I'm going to a group to talk about you, like, of course.
This is exactly what I want.
That's good.
That's a great. There we go. That's the joke of the pod.
That's going in the show.
That's going in the show. They're like, yeah. I actually set the group up. That's yeah. But yeah, group therapy I think is quite a good thing. Like there was with this multi-life thing, they have some interesting process. Things like how to forgive, right? Because you sort of think, well, I'm going to forgive you, but they do this thing like they have a process. If someone's
I struggle
you struggle, yeah. If you struggle, so they have
to forgive.
yeah.
I'm trying to forgive someone now, and I find it really hard.
Is it me?
No.
Punch him and we'll find out. Yeah.
Unless you've done some secret stuff, I think it's
I
fine.
think this would be a great time to tell him. you know that time we're on tour
I'll
together.
tell you the truth.
Oh no!
I had a screaming argument.
Right.
I've not had screaming argument in years.
Housemate.
Yes. Did I tell you this?
No, but I guessed.
You guessed this. I had a screaming argument with this person, and I realized actually that in the last 5 years, the only other screaming argument I've had is with girlfriends. So
What?
just as well that I had a screaming argument with a man or I'm a serious misogynist. So I've been avoiding him.
Yeah.
Okay, because this is a person who,
I think you spoke about it.
Yeah.
very disrespectful the way that he asked me to.
So you basically went, I'm cutting you out.
Cutting you out.
We're just not going to talk. Yeah.
And I just avoid. And then he confronted me to say, like, I feel like you're avoiding me, right? I've not changed. And I said, yes, I am avoiding you. I feel there's nothing to be gained by interacting with you. We live in the same place.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of escalated because he started saying feeling like, and within like 3 minutes, we were yelling at each other, and he was calling me dirty, and I was saying like, and then I was drawing on information that people have privately told me about him. I wish I had it, but literally I was like, well, you think I'm dirty? You're a dirty human being who doesn't even communicate with one of your kids, right?
Drop that. I'm gonna see your remark and I'm gonna raise you.
Like when I'm angry, I will kick you in the shins, right? And so that, of course, escalated his anger, and then he starts swearing at me and saying, no, not swearing, just saying horrible things, and then I started.
What did he say about you?
Well, the whole thing was he was this whole argument is from the fact that I leave cupboard doors open, and sometimes he walks into them. He
won't have any eyes soon if you keep leaving the cupboards open.
Yeah, but I'm like, it's not my job. There is no social contract where we all say we must close cabinets. Like, it's my house too. Yeah. Sometimes I'll have the cabinets open. Anyway, it was really ridiculous. And it wasn't, it's not, and I spoke to someone else who I live with about it. It's not what he says, because what he's asking for is reasonable. Right? Mm-hmm. Close the cabinets and there were crumbs around the toaster. So wipe around the toaster when you use the toaster. Problem. These are reasonable. It's the way in which he condescendingly... he tells you.
How will he say it? So I'm you and you're him.
Okay, so...
Let's do a quick...
He sent me a WhatsApp message and he's like, are you incapable of cleaning up after yourself? Like... And I walked into the kitchen, the cabinet was open, hit me in the face.
Hit me as if it was moving.
He's like, respect the common space and close the door after yourself. There were crumbs around the toaster, and it was never hey, this might help.
That happened. Could you?
It was you. Like, I think he's an educator. He's used to dealing with kids. Yeah. So he's like, hey, you, don't do this. Hey, you. And I'm just like, hey, you're not my dad. What are you doing?
The whole thing in therapeutic talk is you do sort of I sense, you say, that happened and this is how it made me feel, or this is what happened, rather than, you are a terrible person. Because he's making it out like it's some kind of like sitcom. You're like leaving booby traps for it. He's slipping on bananas.
What I find funny about it is, to me, it's also that the infraction was so small.
Yeah.
I've lived with people who have a pile of dishes and you have to keep saying, hey, can you do your dishes? I was like, crumbs? This is a fight over crumbs? But then now it's got really childish and I may have to move because he works for the people who run the building.
Oh, crikey.
And we've got things like on Wednesdays
Gotcha.
we get pizza,
Yeah.
and this week I didn't get one,
You've been caught
and I was like, "Hey, wasn't a pizza ordered for me?" And he just replied, "No." But it's included in the rent.
He's
So it's
got-
just one
he's
of those
got
things.
power, man.
He's got
He's like,
power, and I'm
you-
just
yeah.
like, I can't believe I'm being
Yeah.
passive
Hang on.
aggressively.
Including your rent is you get a pizza every Wednesday.
Yeah,
Well, you
yeah.
just eat it whenever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We have to eat
so
it
we have
together.
a social night,
Right.
where the idea is all the people in the different flats meet in the common space and eat together.
Wow.
Is there a common space on the building?
So
or-
the building is you've each got a little flat,
Yeah.
and then there's common spaces where you all can do stuff
Kitchen,
together.
living room, diner,
Kitchen,
all that.
living room,
Yeah,
dining
yeah.
room, and so let's say your flat's small, but there's like a giant extra living room,
Yeah.
and there's a
So where's
giant.
that then? Because you go straight up to your flat.
18.
You've been in the common spaces.
Ah, right. I thought you meant every building has a different space.
No. So when you visited,
Yeah.
that's been common space, and then upstairs I've got my own flat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wow, but I can see after this, it totally escalated. You shout at each other, and then you could just sort of go, and now you can see why I'm avoiding you, because basically,
I was like,
there's
there
no.
is nothing being gained here.
Yeah,
There's
and
nothing being gained by us
Yeah.
communicating. But it's so interesting because I'm like, I get along with everyone.
Well, you thought you did.
No, I know. I honestly think this is such an interesting thing because in my life,
Yeah.
there have been maybe 3 people I don't get along with.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know why. He's just like,
He's just in. It's incredible, isn't it? But you did very well to. You did what was, I think it's called Gestalt therapy.
What did I do?
Where you went, go through, like recreate the moment, and with the Gestalt therapy, you recreate the moment, and then you change it, and then you
Should we
be
change-
him.
should we change
and
it?
Then,
okay, let's
and
change
then-
it. So instead of
Could you
being-
open a door and slam it in his face?
yeah, so instead of being passive aggressive and insulting his parenting technique, instead I punch him in the face. He was on the stairs, he topples down them.
Yeah.
And then I go.
Well, and
I
all the while you're eating some margarita. Sorry.
Yes.
How do you feel now?
I will say the biggest thing where I feel he won is me not getting a pizza because I came back from a gig looking forward to that pizza.
Mate.
I didn't eat at the gig, and I was like, "Oh, I've got a pizza waiting for me," and I was like,
mate.
"Well played, well played."
Yeah.
So what did you have to order your own pizza?
No, I just made like a little sandwich. You know what I mean? Like the fridge
Pathetic.
just had bread.
Pathetic.
Pizza to sandwich.
You need it.
Yeah, like and literally there was nothing. There was no ham or anything. So it was just like tomatoes, lettuce. And...
But he did leave a few crumbs around the toaster just to show that guy. Yeah.
No, I haven't done that, but I leave cabinets open
Do you
now. I am like, I hope this hits you in the face.
That's the thing. It's not. It escalates to.
It escalates. This is why I might just move.
Yeah.
Because
Arguments.
I don't think it's healthy for either of us to have that poison.
And he's definitely not moving because now he's got a position of power. He's pizza
not
king.
moving.
He's got 2 pizzas.
He's got 2 pizzas. He
not
ain't
going
got
anywhere.
pizza.
But then this could be a challenge of can you two get to the place of like, if not, like
Maybe
where
you should
we
be-
I
just
don't want to.
But
He's
maybe
a boring
be the big-
individual.
be
It
the-
will not gain
not
my
friendship,
life.
but as in just where you just civil. Where truce.
I guess that's possible.
Give pizza a chance. Well, you just like break bread with a brother. Have a and
I
go.
suppose it's possible, but I have no desire.
But moving's a big move.
It's a big move. And also it means he won.
yeah, exactly.
I actually want to make it unbearable for him, and he has to.
This is not good.
That's better.
No.
You let the resentment just push you on
God,
to
this is
win
unhealthy.
this.
Thing is, you don't actually believe this.
No, not at all.
You don't believe this at all.
Let it fuel you.
You think Daliso should apologise and then they should
I don't think he
unionise,
should
or he should
apologise. But
apologise.
I think
I don't
there is a
think he should
third.
apologise.
You
I
would
think
just
there's
go,
a
look,
third
man.
way.
Let's just put this to bed. That's what you would do.
How would you know?
Because I know you, and it is, isn't it?
You don't like conflict. You really
I
don't.
don't like conflict.
No one does.
No, but I don't. I think I would probably. Yeah, I would be like, right. Let's make an agreement. To
But
live together.
Have you ever lived with
harmoniously.
anyone really condescending and controlling?
Yeah,
If
I have
you-
actually. Yeah,
I feel like me apologizing to him is
you don't
a
need to,
win in his eyes.
You don't need to apologize. You just say, look, how do we live together, civilly and harmonious, rather than like what we've got here is conflict? How can we live without conflict? Right? What do you want from it? Shut the doors and the toast. I'll sort that.
No, but even in the argument, he started telling me what I should do.
That's because it's an argument. So you need to go, look, man, let's solve this. I need to do this. I would like you to do this. So see how that goes.
Yeah. So he obviously wants some kind of win. You want to win. He doesn't like this at all. No, I'm just gonna make his life hell.
I'll actually tell you, I feel maybe it's highly unhealthy, but I feel no desire to make peace with this man.
Well, that's the other way to do it.
It will make your life better. It will.
In this situation,
it will.
I'm Netanyahu, okay? I am not giving peace
You
with
are
hands.
not.
I am going to bomb his.
He's even sat up on the. He's sat up on the.
Yes. Look at your body, like, exactly. But
I'm going to bomb his room.
But then
back to the Stone Age.
Yeah. So not moving out would be.
No, I've already started to poison everyone else to him.
No, mate, you cannot. You can't. No, you can't be. You can't do that. No. That's not good. I had someone in school who would do that. If you fell out with someone, he would slag that person off.
I didn't slag them off. I've let
There's much
everyone...
more subtle than that.
No. I've got friends, and I speak to my friends about him.
Oh, it's a coalition issue.
And I am more charming than he is. Mm-hmm. They are on my side.
But they're your friends, of course they are.
Well, they were both our friends.
Right, but you can't be turning people against him. That's not good.
I know it's not good. But
it's really bad.
It's very satisfying.
But he really wanted that pizza.
It's not satisfying though. It is right now, but it's not going to make anyone's life better.
I am also going to get him fired.
No, stop it.
Not from his real job, but from he's got a real job, and then he convinced the people who run the building that he should be the intermediary with them in order to get money off him.
He won't do this, but so this multi-life thing, this group therapy that Claire does, it has a forgiveness process, right? So, and there's two levels. There's full forgiveness or there's letting go of resentment. Because the thing is...
I could do the second one. That's good.
You reckon? Because the issue is sometimes resentment, it's actually... Like, you look, the amount of energy and it actually is more of a problem for you than it is for the person you have resentment for. I mean, obviously, this guy, you might get him fired, but, it's an issue. But actually, it's holding resentment isn't good for anyone. So... what you do, you visualize the person. So Dom's that person, okay? And then you say to him, now... you have done this, and this is what it made me feel. This is how it's affected my life. Now, if you can do full forgiveness, you go, I choose to forgive you. I'm sorry. So you say sorry to them for holding resentment. Please forgive me. And that's it. And then basically, but if not, if you can't go out and get there, you just go, I choose to hold no resentment over you anymore. And you let them go.
But you've got to mean it.
You gotta mean it.
You gotta mean it. Because I've tried this in the past.
Yeah.
I literally, you gave me a link on how to forgive people.
That was it. This is the forgiveness process.
And I went through all the process,
yeah.
And I still couldn't stand her. But but I mean, at the same time, I pay her rent and everything, so more difference to her. But I'm just saying, the actual feeling no resentment to people, I admire it, but I can't do it.
It'll make you need therapy, man.
Of course I do.
I think we've realised this.
But it makes me funny.
I mean, this is quite a funny story.
It's a very funny story.
But
I called ultimately him the obsessive compulsive dictator.
Maybe you could do a show. Maybe on that you could get therapy.
Humor comes I'm telling you.
You could get therapy, and the next show could be full of happy endings. How you managed to come at peace with all these things.
The only way I'm having happy endings in my show is if I wank off the audience.
So yeah, I think
that's it.
We've taught you stuff today.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
taught nothing.
So
that's amazing.
Yeah, I had a bunch of notes about the different kinds of therapies. It doesn't matter.
I think we've
just knocked it out.
And we feel like you. I mean, you've really opened up there. That's fine. I hope he's not watching because he now knows. He knows your straps.
I hate your guts.
It's like a boxing video.
And you better not leave your pizza in the fridge because I will spit on it.
Daliso was trying to get our Misfits boxing.
The Ultimate Warrior in WWF would have been. And you come near me, my friend.
You come
near me and I will crush you. I will stomp you. I will put you on the ground and I will catapult myself on your face. That's how low budget our podcast is. You couldn't even stand up to do that.
Why was too much? You're going to have to say this one. You got the wrong way.
There's a comedian, Mike Patterson, who has a great joke about how his dad was a professional wrestler.
No
and when
way.
he was naughty, he'd beat him up, but it wouldn't hurt. Because he would... he just does his dad doing the fake wrestling attack. It was great.
That was very good.
Excellent.
Thank you, guys.
Peace.
Peace.